Hey y'all, what's going on? Hello, everybody. So, as y'all already know, I made a very important decision to make sure that this year and every single year going forward, we are extremely intentional about where we're going in life, right? About the things that we want, how we're going to get there, all of that. So, in making that decision, one of my decisions was to go live every single day, Monday through Friday, and teach people on how I really literally turn my side hustle into my main hustle. And basically, I have been an entrepreneur for 10 years. I've listen, I've been through all the ups, the downs, everything that comes with being an entrepreneur. And I wanted to really teach people on how to make your side hustle your main hustle. Okay. And I'm going to pin that here. Okay. So that we can go ahead and begin. So the one of the things, and today would be, we're going to do the self-work, right? Because what a lot of people don't understand is you really have to be willing to do the actual self-work in order to make this possible, right? So the reason why I say the self-work is because a lot of times there's no way that you're going to get people to buy into you if you haven't bought into yourself. That's the reality. If you want people to buy into you, how you doing? You're going to really have to buy into yourself. So one of the biggest things that is important in order to do that is I am from Jersey, guys, so I'm coming to you live from Jersey. One of the most important things to do that is to make sure you do the self-work. I am an extreme firm believer in self-work, just because I was able to take my business from making, last year I think my business made $7,000 to over $100,000 this year in 6 months, and which means that I quit my 6-figure job. And I turned my 6-figure job into a 6-figure business. Like, once I quit my job, I turned it into a 6-figure business. And one of the biggest things that helped me do that was actually doing the self-work. The reason why we had to do the self-work is, myself, is because I had to really figure out, what do I love to do? I feel like one of the ways that you can actually be successful in business is always doing what you love to do. So in order for you to know what you love to do, you have to figure some things out. You have to figure out what you were born to do, your dislikes, your likes, your loves. So for me, I fell in love with fitness, and I always tell people that I fell in love with fitness because, honestly, fitness changed my life. So once I decided to work out and lose a lot of weight, along that journey, I did a lot of self-work. Like, that was one of the main things that I was able to do. I actually... Hi, Kalea. I actually, was in the gym. I would work out. I would pray. I would meditate. I would really figure crystal out, because I feel like a lot of times we want a lot of shine, but one of the things that comes with a lot of shine is a lot of responsibility. And sometimes it can be a heavy burden and it weighs on you a lot. So if you don't do the self-work to, number one, figure out what you love, what you were created to do, what your triggers are, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, there is going to be a time where you're going to be really in this game, and you don't really get anywhere. And a lot of times that is the lack of self-work. I would tell you that one of the main reasons why I feel like I was able to turn my side hustle into a main hustle and earn 6 figure income in my company over the last 6 months is because I knew my strengths, right? And the reason why I was able to find out what my strengths was is because I did the self-work. I realized what I was great at and what I sucked at. And I know a lot of us like to think that we're great at everything, but that's not the truth. We are not great at everything, and that is quite all right. I'm a firm believer in once you figure out what you're good at, then that's what you focus on. I figured that I was good at working out. I figured that I was a great speaker. I figured that I was good at seeing things in the future. So if that's the case, if I'm good at all of those things, there's a lot of things that I personally know that I'm not great at. Analytically, I suck. That's why a lot of the people around me, they're really, really good at breaking down the small details of the things that my business needs, things that I may not see, things that I may not even know is there that I need to work on. And a lot of times it's those small things that will really, really impact your business. So you need to make sure that you understand what you are great at, and that's what you focus on. Now, once you know what you're great at, then okay, now you found out what you were created to do. A lot of times we follow what other people are doing, thinking that that's the way that we're supposed to do things. No, you don't follow the crowd. You follow your heart, because when you follow your heart, then it's going to lead you to places that you didn't even imagine you would go. Doing the hard work and really, really following your dreams, not what everyone else tells you your dreams is, not what everyone else tells you that your business should be, not what everyone else tells you that you should do. When you follow your heart and you follow your dreams, you're going to stay committed. And that's what I discovered on my fitness journey, on my weight loss journey. I discovered what I was good at, and I capitalized on that. And that's extremely important. I get that we see a lot of trends, and I get that we got to be like this person, and no, that's not it. That's not the way. You do what you are great at. Now, another important part of that, as I mentioned earlier, is once I discovered that I was really good at fitness, I started from the bottom. I started to go to the gym. I surrounded myself with the best fitness people. I did not, at some point in the beginning, I felt a little insecure, but that's all right. You want to surround yourself with people that are way better than you in what you're doing, because what that's going to do is it's going to make you rise to the occasion. So I knew that I loved to work out. Right? I knew that I was really, really good at training my body. I transformed my body. I knew that a lot of my products that I sell now help transform my body. But the only way that I was able to perfect that craft is I got around the greats. Andre Johnson is one of the greats that's ever done it in New Jersey. And I was able to align. I went to that gym. I was extremely uncomfortable, but I learned. I was a student. I came in there. I didn't know everything. I asked a million questions. A lot of times we be in our own way because we think that we know everything, and we think that because we know everything, there's no room for learning. If you're going to perfect your craft, if you're going to master what you do, you have to get into a position where you're humble enough to say, I do not know everything. I'm a student, and I really need to understand what it is that I'm trying to learn. Once I did that, I was able to put myself in a position where I learned from every person around me. No matter how good I was at working out, no matter how good I was at talking to people, I still wanted to learn. A lot of times we can't get to where we want to be because we like to feel like we know it all. We like to feel like, we so insecure about where we are in our lives that if we don't show everybody what we know, we feel like we ain't gonna get nowhere. But the reality of it is, if you knew everything, you would not be in the position that you're in. Let that sink in. You don't know everything. If you're going to perfect your craft, you have to have humility in your heart. You have to get in a position as a student, and you have to get around people who are great at what you do. When I walked into my previous job, I was surrounded by millionaires on a daily basis. And coming from a girl that come from the hood that didn't really have much, it was at first, it was very uneasy, very uncomfortable. But you know what I did? I became a student. I watched watched them. I watched them invest. I saw what they did. I learned how to trade. I learned certain things. I learned how to connect with people of different cultures because they weren't like me. That didn't mean that I couldn't learn from them. And I became a student. I asked questions. Even when I looked like I was an idiot in the room, I didn't care because I was there to get something. I was there to seek knowledge. I was there to learn. I was there to try to figure out how these people who started an LLC turned that into a almost a Fortune 500 company. That was $1 million industry, and there were millionaires walking the hallways every single day. And I was damned if I was not going to find out what they knew that actually made them get to a place where they were in position where they were now millionaires. I watched them ride the coattails of other businesses and align and partner with other businesses until they actually took over the market. That was reality. And sometimes you're going to have to get behind somebody. I got behind Andre. He was a guru when I met him. I got behind him. I worked for his company. I literally walked in there and trained his clients. He taught me everything that he knew in the fitness industry. He taught me how to transform a body. He taught me how to transform my body. He taught me how to move big crowds. And that's a lot of the times we don't want to be in a position where we feel like we don't know anything or where we're not humble. And that's a lot of the times. How y'all doing? Come on in. Share this live. Somebody needs it. A lot of times people, we're so insecure about where we are in life. And there's no need to be insecure because in every aspect of life, there's learning, mastering. And you got to get in a position where you're willing to learn, and master until you perfect your craft enough to move your own crowd, to attract your own tribe, to bring people around you that you can actually help and can actually heal. Because a lot of people want to be in the front, but a lot of people are not leaders. And one of the biggest part about being a leader is actually knowing how to follow and who to follow. Stop always trying to run to the front, because a lot of times when you rush to do that, you drop the ball and you mess up your blessing. So get into a place of humility. Get into a place where you're actually willing to get around people who are great. Like my goal for 2021 is to get around multi-million-dollar business owners so I can take my 6-figure company to a 7-figure company. And when I tell you that I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that because I'm humble enough to know that, yes, I've conquered this part of my business, but there's way more in my business for me to conquer. There's way more for me to learn. There's way more people for me to network with. And people who have connections that I don't have connections to yet. Another part of doing this self-work is building your confidence. When I meet some people and they want people to buy into their business, they want people to buy into their brand, they are so insecure with who they are. I'm not talking about feeling unsure. I'm talking about being insecure to the point where they don't believe in themselves, but they want somebody else to believe in them. People ask me all the time, where does your confidence come from? How could you get up there and show your stomach? Because I don't care about what other people think about me. That is my reality. I care about what I think about myself. There's nobody in this world that they can tell me what they think about me, and it's coming from a hurtful place that it's going to bother me. And the reason being is because I did enough work, and every day that I wake up, I like me. Every day that I wake up, I love my body. Whether I want to make changes to it or not, I love my body. Whether I want to grow in certain areas of my business or not, I know that I'm a great business owner. I know that I'm a great leader. And even if I haven't arrived to that point yet, I know that eventually I will get there because I know what I'm made of. See, the one thing I always tell people about me is there's a lot of people that may do what I do in their own way, but can't nobody do what I do like I do what I do. And until you get to that point where you're that secure and you're that confident in your own abilities, you're always going to feel insecure about working and walking next to other people, worried about what other people do, scared to promote your business because you're scared of what somebody going to say to you. Sweetheart, if you don't put your brand on your back, if you don't put your business on your back, ain't nobody else going to put it on their back. That's where my confidence comes from. My confidence comes from if I don't get up and do it, it won't get done. My company, my employees, my partners rely on my confidence. So you got to know who you are. You got to know who you belong to. You got to know what you was created to do. Can't nobody give you confidence. This is a self thing. That's a lot of the part where the self-work comes from. You so insecure in your business. You so insecure in what you know that you know that you know because you scared about what somebody else think. Ain't nobody's going to buy into you. And if they do, it's only going to be for a little while. And then they're going to fade away because you do not believe who you are created to be. That's the reality. You got to get some confidence behind you. Do the work. Know what you was created to do. Read some books on how to build your confidence. Follow people that have confidence. Mimic them. What you insecure for? Because at the end of the day, that insecurity comes from a spirit of lack. And you operate in a spirit of lack because you feel like somebody could do something that you can't do. And even if you and another person are doing the exact same thing, or just like me, even if me and another person are doing the exact same thing, my confidence comes from knowing that can't nobody do it how I do it. And that's just that. I'm okay with me. And you know what? Somebody's going to receive my message. That's the confidence that I have. And if you got to look back on trials and tribulations that you've been through and seen what you've conquered and use that to build your confidence, use that. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm not a good business owner. I went from making $90,000 to making $8.50 to having my car repossessed to losing everything to filing bankruptcy to turning my business into a 6-figure business in 6 months. That's my confidence. Can't nobody take that from me. So don't be afraid to go through trials because they're going to give you your confidence when you face something harder in your business. That's your reality. Build your confidence up. Know that can't nobody do what you do like you do it, period. Pooh. That's it. Another part of the self-work, honestly, is believing in your business regardless of what anybody else have to say. Believe in the vision that God gave to you. And do not stray away from that vision. Don't get hung up on what you see other people, you know what I'm saying, other people have going on or where they are. Don't look at your chapter 1 compared to their chapter 20. Believe in your vision. And if you admire them, then you see the things that you do. You learn with the things that they've learned. You copy the right cat, as they like to say. Admire them, but still believe in your vision because it's yours. And even if nobody don't see it right now, eventually, if you go at it long enough, if you continue to thrive, if you continue to push, if you continue to drill it every single day on social media and off, talk to people about what you know that your vision is. Eventually, it'll start to click and you'll start to get some traction and people will start to believe in you. But it first came because you believed in yourself. You believed in your vision. I am a full-figured fitness guru. I don't look like the average fit girl, and I'm great with that. That don't stop me from getting online every single day to work out. Because you know why? I lost daggone near 150 pounds. Okay? That's my confidence. That's my vision. I want to speak to that overweight girl that's 350 pounds that don't believe that she can do it. I want when she see me online working out and sweating and really getting down for her to look and say, I could do it because she did. That's who I want to speak to. So it might not be my crowd for it to be, oh, somebody like, oh, you too big. You got to lose weight. Listen, maybe you should get off my page, honey. Maybe my vision is not for you, honey. And that's okay. I don't care about none of that. That don't stop me from getting up and working out every day. That don't stop me from showing people who I am every single day. Because my vision ain't for them. It's for somebody else. But more importantly, my vision is for me. So how other people feel about what I do or what I represent, or I had a friend of mine tell me, oh, your products is used to make women lazy. I know that's great. That's why I sit up here and work out every single day and I push women to work out and I show them the different things to eat. I talk about my TLC business because these products have helped me lose and maintain my weight because I want people to be lazy. Thanks, bruh, but no thanks. I don't receive that from you. That's another reason why you got to know your vision, because people are going to try to throw some stuff on you and you just going to be like, oh, that wasn't for me. I don't receive that from you. Your vision is your vision. Don't let nobody tell you what your vision should look like, what it is, what it's going to represent. Your vision should only be your vision. That's it. Regardless of what anybody else see. Period. The next one is know your worth. A lot of times people don't know their worth. They don't know their worth. They allow people to tell them whatever, whatever is true or not true, or what's right or what's wrong. You got to know your worth and add tax to it. You know how many people tell me, oh, your products are expensive, this, that, and the third. No, my products are great quality. And because my products are great quality, I don't mind putting the price tag on it that I put it on it. My time is valuable, so I don't waste my time. I don't let nobody waste my time. I don't let nobody tell me, oh, your products are too expensive. Maybe you're not my customer, and that's okay. Stop dumbing down your prices because people feel like they don't want to buy maybe those are not your customers. As business owners, you have to know it is extremely important for you to pick your customers and for you to find your customers, just like it's important for them to find you. You have to really be sold out to what you're selling so that you'll know your worth and you won't feel insecure about your prices. I see people charge below prices for good quality products all the time. And they're like, oh, well, why not? There's over 8 billion people on this earth, honey. Somebody's going to find value in what you're selling. You just have to keep working at it until you attract the right tribe. And they don't care about what that price say. I see people all the time spend thousands and thousands of dollars on hair, thousands and thousands of dollars on shoes, on clothes. Listen, my $70 waist trainer is not too expensive for the right customer. They just have to find value in it. That's why you got to provide value. You tell them what the benefits of your product. Don't even worry about what the benefits of other people's products is. You tell them about the benefits of your product or your service. You show them why. You live in your truth. My products work. I always post my before and after, and people be like, oh, but your skin is not loose. Yeah, I have loose skin, but it's not at the extent of other people that may have lost 150 pounds because I wore the right garments. I trained my body properly. I ate the right amount of protein. I took the right supplements. That's why it don't matter what people think about my price. I know that what I provide is extremely valuable. And to the right customer, they're going to find it. As long as you're within market price and you know that what you're doing is right for your customer because you did your due diligence and your research, can't nobody tell you nothing about your price. Stop dumbing down your price trying to fit in, trying to get people to buy in and all of that. That's never going to get you anywhere. And a lot of times along the road, what ends up happening is a lot of people go out of business because they don't have the right price on their products. You need to know your bottom line. You need to know what that product costs for it to get made and shipped to you, and that no matter, and for you to sell it if you're using ads or you have partners that help you with your marketing. You need to know the bottom line of your product and never sell it for less than that. That's a part of knowing your worth. You want to sell your waist trainer for $20 because you see somebody else with a waist trainer for $20. You want to sell your service for $50 because you see somebody else selling their service for $50 when your service is worth $2,000. I've paid $2,000 to learn from somebody else that mastered something that I wanted to know. And it was worth it because what that did was that brought more money into my business. You have to know that you're worth being educated more. You have to know that you're worth spending a little more money for you to get your business to look what you feel, what your vision is. You be so busy worried about wasting money on your company, but it's never wasting money on your company because it's an investment. It always comes back if you do the right things. Next one. You have to go hard every single day. You have to go hard at your business every single day. I don't care how nobody feel about what I'm posting, emailing, sending, messaging, texting, talking about. Every single day I wake up, I give thanks, I meditate, I pray, I listen, I work out, and then I hit the ground running, and I show up for Strength of a Winner and Strength of a Woman and Crystal Jenkins like my life depended on it, because it does. If you can go and work at a company for 8 hours and then say that you're too tired to work at your own business or promote your own business, and then you wonder why other people are not buying into your business, there's something wrong with that. Every single day, you need to be up there talking about a benefit of your company, a benefit of whatever you present. If you into financial services, find articles on finance. Talk to people about money. People are so strapped and stressed about money right now. They want to hear about money if you have a financial service. If you sell products, make sure that you are talking about the benefits of your products. Make sure that you're doing your research. Make sure that you are top of your game every single day, because ain't nobody gonna go hard in your company like you go hard, even if you got employees. You need to go hard every single day. If you are the leader of your business, guess what? However you lead is how people gonna follow. I'm in everybody's business in my business. Oh, how is this project that we discussed last week? How is this going for this ad? How is this looking for this customer? What else do we need to focus on today? I show up every single day just like I showed up from every one of them jobs that I had. And I don't let myself off the hook. I don't let myself off the hook. Too many people give themselves break when at the end of the day, what are you giving yourself a break from? Are you where you want to be at? This ain't a race against the clock. This ain't a race against nobody else. This is a race against what your goals are, what your bills are, what you want to do every single day. That's what you racing against. Stop being lazy when it comes to your business, then expecting everybody else to support your business. Ain't nobody gonna support you if you lackadaisy about it. You do one post a week about your business and you wonder why you people ain't running to buy stuff from you. I post all the time. I get sales every single day because I make it apparent every single day. I'm popping up on feeds every single day. I'm talking about my products every single day, but it wasn't always like that. There was times where I would post all week and get maybe 1 or 2 sales a week. All week long and get 1 or 2 sales a week. Spend thousands of dollars and not make nothing back at first. But see, there's something about consistency. There's something about getting yourself into a rhythm. There's something about a rhythm that when you're working and you're working and you're working, you start to get attention. People start to say, oh, wait, she's serious about her business. I'm going to buy from her because I know she's really serious about, even if it's a small business. People know real from fake. People know who really out here working and who really not. And if they don't, soon after they follow, they will know. There's a rhythm to it. You got to get in the flow of it. You got to get up every single day and make your to-do list and count your minutes. That's how serious you got to be about it. You have to write down, okay, from 6 to 7, I'm working out. From 7 to 7:30, I'm showering and I'm getting dressed. From 7:30 to 8, I'm reading, I'm listening to something, I'm meditating. That's how serious you got to be. 9 o'clock, I'm showing up at my office. 9 to 11, I'm packing my products. 11 to 12, I'm dropping stuff off. I show up every single day. 1 o'clock, I take a lunch break for 30 minutes. 1:30, I'm back at it. Meetings, research, school, whatever I got to do, I show up for Strength of a Woman and Strength of a Winner every single day. Because I got a team that believe in me. Because I got a nephew I got to show that no matter what life delivered to him, that you can still end up on top. I show up for me, regardless of how I feel, tired, exhausted. I don't let myself off the hook. I have an endurance muscle that I built up in the gym. And I go hard every single day. And on my days when I choose to rest, I rest. Because sometimes you need to rest. But on those days when you're not resting, you need to show up every single day. He love you too, boo. You need to show up every single day. Because you are deserving. You are worthy. And if you don't put it on your back, ain't nobody else going to. Okay? So today was about doing the self-work. Recap. Then I got to get out of here, y'all. Learning what you love to do. Perfect your craft, even if you have to start from the bottom. Build your confidence in your business, in your service, whatever you are doing. Believe in your vision regardless of what anybody else feels about your vision. It ain't for them, it's for you. Know your worth and add tax to it. Can't nobody, listen, I know what I'm worthy of. And I'm still discovering that I'm worth a lot more. Because the more I learn, the more I grow, the more I do, the more I charge. And not for my products, because I stay within market range, but for my service. Know your worth and add tax to it. Be confident in that. Okay? Be a student. Always be learning. You don't got to know it all. You don't got to show up to the party, show like, oh, I know this, I know that, I know the third year. You don't know nothing, because if you did, you wouldn't be at that party. Get in your rightful place of humility and learn from the greats. I can't wait to meet all of my millionaire friends within the next 12 months. I cannot wait so that I can ask them questions, so I can figure out how I can turn this 6-figure business into a 7 and then multiply that by 5. So I can have 5 7-figure businesses within the next 5 years. That's the type of time I'm on. So that means, guess what? I got to show up every day. I got to do my due diligence every day. I got to put myself in position every single day. I got to show up for me every single day. Regardless if anybody like it, regardless if anybody pay attention, it don't matter. Because it's the work that you do in the dark that give you the results that everybody see in the light. I do a lot of work in the dark. So you may see 3 posts a day, but trust me, I work 12-hour days still for myself. And I've been doing that for a long time. I'm about to turn these 12-hour days into 16, because these goals I got, they giant. So that means they're going to require a lot more of me. And I'm willing to do the work. And I'm willing to go hard every single day, y'all. Show up for you when nobody else do. Show up for you when ain't nobody looking. When ain't nobody clapping. When ain't no glory going on. Because the end results of that is greatness. Okay? I love y'all. That's all I have today. Today is how to turn. Listen, I'm going to teach y'all on life hacks. Yeah, I'm going to teach y'all actual logistic things that will turn your side hustle into your main hustle. But the reality of it is, no matter how much of the analytical work, starting your business, going online, registering this, that, none of that mean nothing without the work that you need to put in order to keep that going. So I'm going to teach y'all what they don't really talk about. The hard stuff. Y'all have a great one. I love y'all. Share this with somebody. I'm going to put it on my page. Happy Monday.